Our third morning in Seattle brought snow as we headed east through the Cascade Mountains.
Today we are heading out of Seattle to see a good friend of ours. I did some volunteer work at an organization that she worked for in Gulf Shores, and when she announced that she was moving to Washington, I said, I will come and see you one day. And today is finally the day. We are so excited. We're going to do some hiking, hopefully along the Columbia River. Right now it is raining cats and dogs, but it's supposed to clear up. I had spent a lot of time with our friend at our refuge in South Alabama, so it was really good to hike with her again, catch up, and learn about this very different place.
This afternoon we're hiking the Columbia National Wildlife Refuge here outside of Othello, Washington. When I think of Washington State, I don't really think of this kind of landscape. I think of mountains and I think of big, tall pine trees. Really a different, really beautiful trail that we've been on.
If I had been dropped into this area and then asked where I was, I would never have guessed Washington State.
After we said goodbye to our friend, we headed to the Columbia River, a place I had always wanted to visit. It was even more beautiful than I had imagined. We have driven all over Washington today. It is such an amazingly gorgeous state. We've seen things that we did not at all know would be here, and it's just so pretty. I know I say this about every place we visit, but I seriously could move here and live here the rest of my life and be very, very happy. It's just so pretty. And now we're on the Columbia River, which is one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen.
As we headed home, we chased the sunset over the Columbia River and into the Cascade Mountains. A big item on my drone bucket list has been to drone windmills. I finally crossed it off.
We had crammed a lot into just 3 days, and even though we were exhausted, we really hated to leave. There was so much we still wanted to do, but those places have been added to a list in the hopes we get back someday to explore even more. As we took off, Washington said goodbye with a gorgeous sunrise and beautiful views of the Cascade Mountains.
We have a couple more businesses we want to mention from Moses Lake, Washington. Dutch Brothers Coffee gets 5 stars for great coffee and friendly service. Even though we couldn't dine in at Taco Del Mar due to the lockdown, the food and service were really good.
It's our pleasure to welcome you to Pensacola, where the local time is 3:56.
If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel to follow more of our adventures. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our YouTube channel to follow more of our adventures.